Wonderful.
And I grew up in Washington Shores. I went to Holden Street Elementary. But I attended Holden Street Elementary School. We had double sessions at one time at Holden Street.
What's
Double session? You had a set of kids that go into school in the morning till maybe I don't remember what time it was, but I remember when I was in 4th grade, I had to go to school in the afternoon, and I got out of school about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So did you have the morning session and then you go home for lunch and take a
No,
nap?
the morning session you were through. They didn't have enough space for us to attend school. They didn't have enough buildings for us, so the buildings that they had, half of us would go to school in the mornings and the other half would go in the afternoon.
I see.
And I hated going to school in the afternoon because all of my friends were out playing, and when they're on their way from school, I'm on my way to school.
So about how long did that last? That they did?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
No, that's okay. What's your earliest memory? You said that you grew up in Washington Shores,
yes.
right? So what's your earliest memory? Do you remember doing something with your family, or did you visit a certain park or church?
Oh, I was raised up in Lake Man Project. That's in Washington Shores. It's not too far from here. We had a nice playground, a lake, so that we swam. We did everything in that at the playground at Lake Man Project.
That's very nice. So you enjoyed your summers swimming and playing?
Well, I was a bookworm.
You were?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was a bookworm.
You were a bookworm?
Didn't learn how to ride a bicycle till I was in the 4th grade. Skate, everything that everybody else knew how to do, I didn't know how to do.
Because you loved to read.
I loved to read.
So did you know from an early age that you wanted to be a teacher? Was that always your dream?
But during that time, if you were black and you came back to Orlando, you had no choice but to be a school teacher. We could not go into any other area. You couldn't go anywhere. You know, everything was segregated at that time. And I graduated from FAMU in 1963, and it was still segregated.
So teaching was an area that you chose?
Yes.
So how did you happen to want to go to college?
I always wanted to go to college. I would see people waiting tables, like my father, waiting tables, my mom, a domestic worker. I never wanted to be that. I aspired always to go to college. That was one of my aspirations. I wanted to go to college, and I'm glad I did.
And then now your children also went to college?
Yeah, both of them.
So you inspired them as well?
Yeah, I always told them as children, when you finish college. I never said when you finish high school. It was always from the time they could understand what I was saying. It was always when you finish college, and they did.
Excellent. What are you most proud of? Would it be that you went to college, or maybe your children, or?
My kids.
Yes.
And my grandson.
Yes. Could you tell us a little bit maybe about some of the activities that you have been involved in the community? I know you worked, so you were very busy, and you raised a family.
Well, I taught school at a nursing home after my regular job for about 3 years. In fact, I had my grandmother on my road. She was ill at the nursing home, but I would have a class where we would do current events. I would get them together to do current events. If they were able to come down, the ones that weren't able to come to class, I visited them in their beds, in their rooms.
That's fascinating.
Really sad job, though. It was a good job, fulfilling, but very sad because you had so many people dying. You know, you go in one day and they're gone, and I really became attached to them.
So your grandmother was
my grandmother
was at the nursing home at the time.
Yes.
And you were able were you working there at the time she passed away?
Yeah, I had her on my roll, on my list.
That's
And I
very
thought that was
special.
pretty unique. She was 101 when she died.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I think she was 101.
That's extraordinary. And she knew you? Was she
Oh yeah,
able
she
to-
knew who I was. Yes, she knew who I was.
That's really wonderful. Well, is there anything else maybe about growing up in this area or happy times that you spent with your family that you remember? Did you guys celebrate holidays or?
Oh yes, we celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving. The most memorable thing for me is that I finally got away from here and I went to college, finished college and came back. Now that was really something because my parents did not get a student loan. They did it on their own. Don't ask me how they did it, but they did. So that would make me very proud. And of course it made them very proud.
Yes.
Because I think I was about the third person in my family to ever graduate from college.
And they paid for it.
Yeah.
Your parents?
Yeah, they paid for it. Yes. No student loans.
That's quite an inspiration for people today, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, but it's so much different. It's so different now. You know, the economy is so in a pit.
So, what are your best memories from school? From either your school, or like college, or teaching? What's some of your best?
My best
times?
memories were at Jones High School.
That was a happy time?
Yes, I loved Jones High School. We had a cafeteria. We had everything. We had a gymnasium, and I loved Jones, and I still love Jones High School. Yes, I was salutatorian of my class. I was very active in academic things. I knew nothing about doing anything socially, nothing.
So you concentrated on academics. Did you have a favorite teacher who inspired you? Or a favorite subject?
Oh, Mr. McClendon, my math teacher at Jones High, inspired me. I mean, he was an excellent math teacher. In fact, he was so good until when I went to FAMU, went to a basic math class. He asked me about my math instructor at FAM asked me like the third week of the class, did I want to take his finals then? I told him yes, I'd take it, and I passed, so I didn't have to go back anymore. That was the foundation that I got from Mr. McClendon at Jones High School.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add about your experiences?
No, that's it.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, and thank you for your service to our community as an educator for so many years.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.